Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining Candid Meena every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. Thank you for sending me useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, do hit the like button, share with friends, and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. Jaydev joins us in this session. Welcome, Jaydev.
Good evening to all the viewers once again. And today we do have, some developments with regards to the Sonali Phogat case. And also, a lot of people are looking forward to boycotting Brahmastra. So let's go to the Toon Tales for today. So this is the Toon Tales for today. And it says Anaconda strikes. So I'm sure that people must have understood who these two people are.
And on the side, you can see the theater. They're empty. The theaters are empty. And the hero doesn't know what's happening. So he says, Ayo, ye kya gadbad hai?" And so this is going to happen to Brahmastra as well. So let's start with the first piece of news. Let this cartoon remain, Jaydev, because it'll be the same for Brahmastra, the first piece of news. So let's move on to Brahmastra. Ayan Mukherjee drops a new clip featuring Ranbir Kapoor, says he's very emotional and nervous ahead of the release. It is Ayan's third movie, Wake Up Sid and Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, after which this is the third movie. Now, this movie stars the real life couple, Alia and Ranbir, which will hit the cinema on September 9th. And with just 10 days left for its worldwide theatrical release, he has dropped a new clip of the movie. Along with sharing the video, he also expressed his excitement ahead of the film's release, as he wrote, 10 days to go. All these years, Brahmastra has belonged mainly to me and to the core group around me. But from September 9th, it will become more to the audience who experience it and hopefully appreciate it. Very emotional, nervous, exciting, non-stop work days as we prepare to let Brahmastra go out fully into this world. The filmmaker concluded, who makes his return to direction after 9 years with Brahmastra. Now here, friends, what you will notice is that, see, he describes it as though, he's giving birth to a child. I think he's been seeing Alia too much, and her, what looks like a fake tummy, So he describes even the movie like a, child coming out, the painful process. Now, dear Ayan, the painful process is for us because we will not watch your movie, okay? And also the fact that every one of us, each one of us has pledged that we will boycott Brahmastra. So it's there on social media. So by, even if you're indirectly arresting a few people, to make sure that you don't get bad criticism, so that also will not work. You could put any number of people in jail for saying bad things about, boycott Bollywood, but that will not work for you. See, and we already predict, your movie is going to be the biggest flop of this year.
Yeah, and
So
I would like to add to this. Yeah, see, did you know that Ranbir's character in the film wasn't a Hindu in the early
yeah,
stages of the film? Initially, Ranbir was supposed to play an Islamic character as the lead, and a few years ago, Ayan Mukherjee revealed the look of Ranbir from their film Brahmastra. Ranbir had long hair and was supposed to play Rumi. His character was inspired by the Islamic poet and scholar Jalal al-Din Muhammad Rumi. Ayan told Rumi first he was Rumi with long hair. The image is from an early look test for the movie. Rumi said, "Love is the bridge between you and everything." And that feeling is the foundation we started building the protagonist of the movie on. But then there was new inspiration, newer thoughts. Dragon became Brahmastra. We gave Ranbir a haircut, and Rumi became Shiva, which is Lord Shiva. And an angry Twitter user wrote, initially Brahmastra was Dragon, big beef-eating guy. Ranbir Kapoor was Jalaluddin Muhammad Rumi. In aftermath of Pulwama, Rumi became Shiva, Alia became Parvati, Dragon became Brahmastra. Yet dialogues of Hussein Dalal and songs retain Urdu, Sufiana, Fana, Kismat Ka Sikandar, Rabba. So the dialogues seem to remain the same.
So easy for them to just change everything because they're so used to copying things and changing things. It's everything is just so simple for them.
So
So
let's take
anyway,
a few
now this
comments here.
Ayan is going to get the shock of his life because he is also going to be discarded, and his movie is going to go just like Flopsy Tanu's movie.
Ananya Pandey again starring with Ayushmann Khurrana in some. Yeah, so she's getting back to back roles thanks to Karan Johar, right? Hi Manoj, how are you? Hi Karthik. I still feel if we find a real anaconda more appealing. Thanks, Martin. KRK talks straightforward, and so he's arrested before Brahmastra. Hope this movie is well flopped. Yes, Maya.
Yeah, let's make sure.
Hi, Gloria. Hi, Sensible Life. They are pitching Brahmastra as if it's the Indiana Jones of Hindi and Ayana as Spielberg. What a joke. Yes. Diabolic Wood. That's a good one. Ranbir was looking Muslim and also eats beef. Need to change his name to Rumi by what else is left? Yes. They are pitching Brahma. Yeah, this we have taken. Lots of people are suffering and has to go through a lot. Example, KRK need to boycott this movie. Brahmastra says Maya. Yes. Trying to teach Indians Urdu says sensible life. Don't call Kejo Chachi. Calling Chachi is insulting our real Chachis. He is Snake Joe says
Yeah, or
Jeevan.
Gejo. Yeah, or Gejo.
Public has already seen through Bollywood's lies. Tom and Jerry. She was making all those excuses saying one should not boycott movies because makeup dadas, hairdressers, and technicians will be out of work. She's trying to emotionally blackmail us. Okay. Who is Bardhan referring to?
Must be Alia. Who else?
Okay, okay. Hi, Sunita.
Since they're getting crores, just like what Jaydev said in the last session. I mean, why can't they also contribute to these people? They
Yes,
all have small salaries. All your actors and directors just put your money together and give it to them. That would be the best thing you can do for Bollywood. Do that. Do something charitable for a change.
Kiran Johar.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Nina. A Bollywood movie can kill millions of neurons इनके ऑडियंस को कोई मिल गया वाला रोहित के जैसे बन जाएंगे. Yes. Good morning,
Hi, good
guys.
morning, Gayatri. Ananya Pandey will be the end of many heroes' career soon. The men heroes will not want her anywhere near them, says
Like
Shaila.
Barkadat.
And apparently, Ananya Pandey will also be seen in that fabulous Wives of Bollywood in Netflix, that cringeworthy series.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I never used to like KRK, but nowadays he's very entertaining, says Savitri. Lot of arrogance in these starts. When they true attitude, they never care for the public. It's only at the release time they remember people,
Yeah,
says
absolutely.
Lakshmi. Yes, one of the YouTubers saying Karan Johar as Charan Gobar. Um, yeah, Ranbir is Peshwari. He loves beef and he's making Brahmastra, and now it's a flop, says Jeevan. Hi, Ujwala. Gejo is a great name suggested by Meena Ma'am says. Anupama Chopra's husband has exploited so many women as if we don't know. She just got that journo job just because of her husband's connection, or else she is nothing, says
Yeah,
Bhadan.
absolutely. Yeah.
I'm watching while decorating Palavali and with fruits and flowers. Happy Vinayaka.
Yeah. So happy Vinayaka Chaturthi to all of you, especially tomorrow when you do all your festivities
Yeah,
and make
pujas.
all those lovely modaks,
So
and
what are
sweets.
your I do hope you have good plans ahead tomorrow for Ganesh Chaturthi. I'm wishing you and each of your family members a very happy Ganesh Chaturthi in advance. So, Keju and his Nepo kids are all in his Bollywood drug web. Money is always rolling for him as he's a peddler for celebs, says Maya. Junior artists and technicians are not provided with any type of insurance
Yeah,
or medical benefits by these production houses. Yes,
yeah,
Mira.
and neither do they care. So it's big talk by these stars.
So this Taliwali auntie also has to take the initiative and give,
Some of
voice
Lambuji's
this
keys
in
to
her next Rajya Sabha seating
yeah.
session. Sorry, KRK will come out of jail and go harder on these fools, says Tom and Jerry. Yes, at least Gobar is very useful. What is the use of this Kejo?
Kejo, yeah.
Hi, Usha. Shabana asked me protesting for Bilkis Bano, but not for Hindu girls, Ajmer scandal, and many more. So,
She is the the what you call the mother of Javed Akhtar. That's how she is when it comes to Hindus and Hinduism.
yeah, and surprisingly enough, Shabana Asmi didn't protest for the innocent Hindu girl who was burnt alive,
Yeah.
and her murderer was, seen smiling, right? KRK arrest clearly shows the fear of KJ and other nasty, bullyweed people. Yes, I'll be having delicious modak, says Ujwala. Gayati owner apologized to Vijay on his comments. Vijay explained his comments and said a section of people blew his comment out of proportion and are trying to stop his dreams, says Shambhavi. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to you too, Akila. By the way, Bahana asked me once said in an interview her dad gave her a black doll. And she said, my friends have a fair doll. And the father said, black is beautiful too. Too much of drama bas, says Badan.
Was it not the black cat that Buddha gave her?
Sarah would be supplying drugs to Shubham as he's in cricket, says Maya.
Yeah. Here, when you said cricket, Maya, I was really surprised and quite, what do you say, amused to see, the Minister of Women and Child actually congratulating Hardik Pandya, and featuring him in her Instagram when everybody knows the kind of reputation Hardik Pandya has. Hardik Pandya was caught with Munaf, isn't it? Jade Munaf.
Munaf
And Rajesh
Patel.
Shukla, yes, Munaf,
Munaf Patel.
yes, yes, Munaf Patel, in an alleged rape, gang rape of the wife of a don, and a case was this thing filed against them, and these are the people that BJP are now praising. Absolutely shameless. The FIR was put again by BJP to catch these three people. Nothing happened. Hi, Meena and Jaydev. Ranbir is influenced by his father-in-law. This way, they are going to put everyone in jail who tweets against Bollywood so-called stars. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to all of you from Runa. We miss you, Runa.
Yeah,
Thali Wali
Runa.
auntie can bring out her thali and use at least 1% of her husband's money to do charity.
Yes.
It'll help thousands.
Same to you, Maya. Wish you a happy Ganesh Chaturthi. Shabana is a Nautanki, says obviously. Gems of Bollywood also being criticized as he exposes Bollywood film reality and mafias in Twitter only after. Yes, he was at the brink of a lot of trolling from these Bollywood bots or these Pakistani bots in Twitter, and so we have done an interview with Gems of Bollywood and Candid Meena as well, so you can check that out. Ma'am, in the first place, Ranbir is a wrong cast in his role. Yes, Sunita, but you know that casting in Bollywood is all it's not the
Chosen by
real
the
casting.
Mafia
It's
Kings.
chosen by the cabal, so
Yeah,
you won't have real
yeah,
people being cast. KRK complaint made by Rahul Kanal, best friend of AU, says
yeah. Shiv Sena man. Waiting
waiting for
for
KRK.
KRK video after his bail.
calling Gejo Gobar 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 को
को गाली
गाली
देना है, yeah,
देना
yeah.
है. How funny, they are scared of KRK's reviews now. I like the way boycott is going on. Everyone should pat themselves for the success, says Lakshmi.
Yeah, Lakshmi, see, just looking at your comment, see, suddenly it struck me that what Bollywood or Shiv Sena are trying to do is prevent other people from criticizing. So they are just making an example of KRK so that nobody will criticize Brahmastra, and they'll all say Alia acted like Nargis, and this fool Ranbir acted like Dilip Kumar. So that is what they're expecting from this movie. The reviews.
Taliwali auntie is quiet these days with no work. Buddha has also less work now, and her son also no work, and a Bahu too. So
Yeah, all sitting idle at home.
happy Ganesh Chaturthi to you too, Varun. I hope the South Indian actors have the common sense to not become. Only some of them have sense, I would say, Shaila, at this point of time. Welcome to the funeral of Gattawood, Mr. Vijay Devrakonda. You made a blunder of your life. Yes, Karthik. And he has already made a very huge mistake. All these actors, when they're earning in crores, they used to talk about properties and how many cars they have. Many were impressed by this, but if they would, social work people would like it, says.
See here, yeah, Vasanti. See, one more thing that I'd like to say. You made an important point here. Is that what you said is exactly true? Because see, whenever there was parties at Ambani's house or all these top stars' house, they would poor photographers. They wouldn't be allowed to enter the house, so they'd all be parked, in the garage or somewhere in the Porsche. So what would happen is that they would only take pictures of the cars that these stars arrived in. So, for that sake, the stars started buying expensive cars. So every star would come in a Porsche or a Mercedes or a Lamborghini just to impress these photographers, because that will come in page 3 the next day. So now, see, because that is not happening, now they are giving it as gifts on wedding days. So see the strategy of these people, just to show that they are enjoying very luxurious lives. So let's go on to the next story, which is a follow up on what's happening in the Sonali Phogat case. Now, in the Sonali Phogat case, the Goa government is going to submit action taken report to the Haryana CM. The police probe brings out startling revelations. Sudhir Sangwan told police that they had snorted MDMA, drug in the hotel room. After the Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar wrote to his Goa counterpart Pramod Sawant to get the murder case of BJP leader Sonali Phogat investigated by the CBI, the Goa CM stated that they will submit an action taken report, which is called an ATR, in the case to the Haryana government. The Goa Chief Minister's press liaison officer, Vijesh Darbunkar, said, if necessary, the Goa government will hand over the Phogat case probe to the CBI after completing all required formalities. The Goa CM stated that the Goa police have so far done a good investigation in the case. Sonali Phogat, a former TikTok artist from Hisar and a contestant on the reality TV show Big Boss, was brought dead to the hospital in North Goa on August 23, a day after arriving in the coastal state. Uh, yes, just a second. Yes. So, meanwhile, investigations by Goa police have revealed that Sonali, along with her personal assistant Sudhir Sangwan and Sukhwinder, had snorted MDMA drug in their hotel room in Grand Leone Resort on August 22 night. Accused Sudhir told the police during the investigation that he and Sukhwinder paid rupees 5,000 and rupees 7,000, respectively, to procure MDMA through a room boy of the hotel from a drug peddler. The police probe revealed that all three had snorted the MDMA in their hotel room, and Sudhir took the remaining substance in a water bottle to the Curly's club. Sudhir revealed to the police that they had drunk the same substance while dancing on the dance floor. The CCTV video also showed Sudhir administering the substance to Sonali. Police sources said the accused revealed to Goa police that Sonali started feeling uneasy at about 2:30 and informed Sudhir about her condition, who took her to the ladies' toilet of the club. She started vomiting there, and Sudhir realized at that moment that she was suffering from drug overdose. Sudhir again took her to the dance floor, but at 4:30 her condition deteriorated again, and she asked him to take her to the toilet. She told him that she was not able to walk and wanted to sleep. Later, Sudhir and Sukhwinder took Sonali to her room at about 6 a.m. When her condition deteriorated, they took her to the hospital where she was declared brought dead. Now, see, there are a lot of discrepancies here because the CCTV footage showed something like 4:30, and here they say that she was taken back to her room at 6 a.m. Now, the daughter Yashodhara expresses dissatisfaction with the current probe into the BJP leader's death. Yashodhara Phogat has demanded a CBI investigation into the alleged murder of the BJP leader. Daughter of the deceased leader, Yashoda, was very dissatisfied with the current inquiry. Now, the former TikTok star Sonali, whose death is under the lens for possible murder, died when she was in Goa on August 23rd. I demand a CBI probe as I'm not satisfied with the current probe. No action is being taken. It's about justice for my mother. We won't stand back, said Yashodhara Phogat. CM of Haryana said that it will happen, but no action has been taken as yet. She added, Goa police have booked Phogat's PA Sudhir Sangwan and his friend Sukhwinder Singh for possible murder and arrested them. Sangwan was seen forcing Phogat to drink an obnoxious substance inside a club where they'd been partying, the police said on Friday. Police have also arrested a drug dealer and the owner of the club after it was revealed on Saturday that he has supplied MDMA to Sangwan, which he forcibly made Phogat drink. Now here, there's another news bit. It is written that the senior police officer said that the two men were seen taking Sonali to the washroom of the restaurant around 4:30 a.m. on August 23rd, and the three of them were inside the toilet for 2 hours. So what were they doing there? And another woman who knew her very well, Arshi Khan, says, she was also in Big Boss. She says, I'm really scared after knowing Sonali Phogat was forcefully made to drink the substance. Arshi Khan, who was also one of the contestants in the Big Boss 14 house, reacted after knowing that Sonali was drugged before her death. BJP leader and Big Boss 14 contestant Sonali passed away in Goa on Monday night. Earlier, it was assumed that she suffered a major heart attack, as the police had told people in the media. However, as per the latest update, the actress was drugged by her two associates while she was partying in Goa. Again, this is only, what what is coming out in the media. But we know that there's much more to it, and there are bigger hands at play. Arshi Khan, who was also one of the contestants in Big Boss 14 house, has reacted to the news. The actress has demanded justice for her. While speaking to media, the actress said, not just during Big Boss, but after the show too, we have been there for each other. We spent a lot of time together. She pampered me like a mother and often said, Tu umar mein badi hai, harkaton mein nahi. Whenever I used to go for shoots, she checked on me. She was very protective about me and my well-being. After watching the viral video in which Sudhir can be seen taking her out to a restaurant, Arshi said, in recent times, we've had less conversations. I'm really scared looking at the viral video. I'm not sure if it was her, but my inner soul is cursing the culprit. They can't escape karma and our law. I feel like I've lost someone close to me. I'm really disappointed and disturbed. Trust me, she was such a beautiful soul that if they could have asked her for money, she would have given it to them easily. Then why did they kill her? I'm sure there's a bigger picture behind it, and I really pray to God that she gets justice. So this is how people have described Sonali, and you can make out that Sonali was a good mother, and she was also closely connected to her family. So it's a shame. And what I find most humiliating is that this well-dressed lady, who was a force to contend with in politics as well, was shown as dressed as like a prostitute when she was taken out, from the club or the restaurant. I mean, I don't know why they wanted to humiliate her in such a manner. But then I've always seen that Bollywood treats women just like, dirt. So this is just another example of that. Back to you, Jerry.
So there are bigger powers definitely at play with regards to Sonali Phogat. And these two are just pawns who are arrested, these so-called personal assistants. And they did the job of eliminating her because she was going to become a very big political force in India. And she had the potential to become that because she had all the capabilities. But she fell into the trap of these, the cabal, right? And then what is being shown in the media is that these personal assistants were killed her because they wanted her property and everything. But there is obviously bigger powers at play which is not seen in the picture. And let's see and let's hope that the Haryana and Goan police they do the investigative case thoroughly and maybe hopefully they'll find some leads to maybe someone even bigger than these two people and hope the the family gets justice for the family of Sonali Phogat gets justice, especially her daughter, who's undergoing a very very difficult time with, she doesn't have any parents at the moment, right? And she's at a very impressionable age.
So Shaila says, boycott Big Boss and all TV shows. Stop feeding your energy to this negative industry. Big Boss is shit, just like the host. Meenakshi had an affair with singer Kumar Sanu.
Marsan,
Meenakshi
yes.
Sheshadri an affair? I don't think so. She was called the Ice Maiden as she kept away from everyone. Affair is not a real possibility. I've heard someone from Haryana telling the reporter that some ministers are involved in her
Obviously,
case. Yes,
Vasanti.
this is obvious, Vasanti. Meenakshi had an affair with Kumar Sanu. Yeah, so okay, that's a repetition. I somehow feel it was all planned and pitted, the Big B only, just that they were waiting for the right time. Big B is dark, and you also know that they have huge symbols of Illuminati in the in the inner corridors of Big Boss. Bollywood is just acting like MHA government. The moment KRK is out, he will become stronger. All guns blasting. All these cheap acts won't work. Bollywood. Karachi Wood will still be boycotted, says Shetty. Karthik says the one guy who was smitten by Meenakshi was the director Rajkumar Santoshi. It was all over the magazines in 1990. But I think that was a one-sided affair, Karthik. Bollywood political parties and police all involved in criminal activities. Kumar Sanu with Kunika too. Did everyone smash the like button? Thank you, Shaila.
Yeah, thank you, Shaila. And
Very sweet of you.
friends, I do request everyone here to hit the like button and share it with your friends.
Rajkumar Santoshi was totally smitten by Meenakshi, but Karthik is right. She was not known to have affairs. Yep, she called him Motu.
Motu.
Yes, Rajkumar Santoshi. Nobody from Bollywood commented about Sonali. Stop kids shows on channels also.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Even Disha was Aishwarya's PA. And when she was murdered, did any of these Bollywood people open their mouth? They have no right to talk about the needs of their workers. Ma'am, these stars are defaming India, always doing films on anti Hindu, and no punishment to them. Whereas innocent people for few tweets get arrested. Why is no action possible on these stars? They call it reality shows. In fact, it's scripted. Such a big lie, and they deceived all throughout these years. I think the host of Big Boss is involved. Not just Bollywood, boycott everyone and everything who is hurting us. Nobody is bothered about Ankita. Modi is sending condolences to Pakistan. I
Yes,
don't know
well
how
said,
you drag
Kavya.
Modi into this, Kavya. So that's silly of you to drag the PMO into this. Runa, like Bollywood, we should sincerely boycott watching Big Boss. It's anyway a dirty show. There are better things to do in life. Justice for SSR. Yes, top kids on shows were shocked to see how this dancer, Remo, is holding this little girl, kissing her, and being called Papa by her. Does it mean Shiv Sena under Eknath is not working? Yes, somewhere I feel that is also happening, Karthik. Sharmila says, our contribution is huge to bring down Bollywood. Let's not give up. We have to save all the people waiting to be killed, like Sonali,
Yes,
SSR.
Sharmila.
Yeah, thanks, Minaji, for your support and relentless work. Thank you, Sharmila, for those kind words. Suchita, here. I want to inform you that all DD has started a series on our national heroes telecast on Sunday evening and on regional DD on Saturday. Better entertainment and information.
That's very good to
Anupam
hear.
Kher, yeah. Anupam Kher is lucky to exit Bollywood and he never looked back. There was a dialogue in Liger movie based on SSR post. First they ignore you, then they make fun of you, and then you win. Felt like Kejo was mocking the SSRians. Really? So that's really bad. As it is, this Gejo is a clown. You know, him with his big mouth and his stupid talk and his sex over coffee. Terrible.
Hi, Purna.
Welcome, Poona. Off the topic, but having said that, DC Session 2 is not that bad. They pretend to feel for the workers, saying they will lose jobs. But if they lose their lives, so they even do they even care?
They
Joshi.
don't care.
Yeah. Madam, why people are concentrating on his arrest instead of his tweets? He said in his tweets, Rishi and Irfan death future, there will be more, one more, Sushant died. He tweeted in April. Did he know about the plan? Perhaps. Perhaps. Guys, continue the boycott till we bury their careers. I did post supporting in Palgar Sadhu case and Twitter suspended my account. I think KRK also had big support in the background, the way he roasts Bollywood people. More people like you, Meena ma'am, and Jaydeep can surely bring the change which India lacked from years. Thank you, Lakshmi.
Thank you, Lakshmi. And more people like you, we need. Please do, spread awareness among, especially young people, who are quite innocent even now because they are not aware of the all the activities done by Bollywood, right? So we need to spread the awareness. That's very important. Now, Yogi ji
Yogi ji
has, yeah.
twittered by altering SRK for anti-Hindu movies. People must watch Binder Daroda's YouTube, where he invited Sudhir and Sonali to his office, where Sonali tells Binder what he should eat like an elder sister would do. It's very sad. I mean, Lohita, if that's true, believe me, SSR was made that Liger is a disaster too, from heaven itself. Big Boss gives undue importance to the telly gutterwood. Our youngsters' thinking and living lifestyles gets badly influenced. Gejo can only copy and borrow good lines from genius like SSR, as there is no creativity, absolutely, and originality. Boycott Bollywood will continue. Himani. Karan Joe is a cockroach trying to survive the boycott Bollywood assault. He too has joined the brigade. Don't like us, don't watch us, gang. The audience is outraged. Kapoor Khandan enjoying beef and we enjoying boycotting them traitors, says Nitish. Lohita. Yes, but look at the audacity. Good morning to Veena and Jaydev, watching from Orlando, Florida. Keep up the fight. We're together in this. Thank you,
Thank you.
DCP. A boycott Bollywood movies and ads. I've shared this channel among my friends and make sure they subscribe to.
Thank you very
So
much,
sweet of
Ujjwal.
you, Ujwala. I mean, that's the biggest help you can do for us. I have no idea how did Kiran Johar become this big. When I look around, the Chopras, Bhartias, and Bansalis are far bigger names than him. The movie name was Dragon earlier, now changed to Brahmastra to please the Hindus. Won't work. Lohita, the one worst thing about Bollywood is their arrogance and apathy. They will bleed, matter of time, they will. Kejo and BW fate is already determined by SSR's death. Ma'am, my husband is English and so fascinated by Indian culture and movie and music. When we used to watch Bollywood movies together. Now I'm trying to make him not watch anymore. Vidya Sugud.
The-
Nice one coming from her. Ma'am, you're looking so beautiful. Love you and admire. Thank you, Anita. With Brahmastra downfall, Kejo empire will collapse and Bollywood will be free from nepotistic clutches. Please boycott Karan Johar vehemently. Boycott Bollywood totally. Watch the videos of Ulti Khopri. You will get answers about how they made so much money. Here also, Karthik, see, He does give us a lot of details, but sometimes, somewhere, he does make a few errors that the viewers should note. Because in some cases, he's not too sure of himself. So you must note that as well. Brahmastra is the end of Gutterwood. The bodies have some other dirty business going on behind them, and why they're not getting that worried about boycott. But still, we
Yes.
will boycott them, and they won't be seen anymore for sure. Rinaji, keep fighting and exposing these people. Please expose everyone who advertises online gaming, unnatural behavior, bullying, racism, and take private jets while lecturing about climate change. Yes, Shobha.
Yes, Shiva.
They're coming to
IIT
Bombay.
Bombay.
Yeah.
Who's coming to IIT Bombay? Is it Brahmastra team? Johar indeed was a producer, but he did not make that great movies. Yes, he made many mistakes in the case of Sri Devi. I mean, many statistical
Yeah,
errors.
not only in Sri Devi Karthik, in some other stories also, which we've been doing in depth, so we know exactly where it is. The mistake comes. But otherwise, he is very good because he's an insider. So it seems Gejo has invested 600 crores in Brahmastra.
From where does he get so much of
Get the
money, right?
money.
It
In fact,
cannot be
that's
from
the question. That is the
film
question
box
that
office.
the director, or what is the name of Bahubali director? He asked Karan Johar
Rajamouli.
on stage. Yes, Rajamouli asked him, "Where do you get all this money, Gejo?" And he didn't have any response. KRK is arrested for 2020, 10 days before release of Brahmastra. So scared of KRK. Life is crazy. ये डर अच्छा लगता है. His movies like Mukaddar, Ke Faisle and Dostana, to name a few. It's not his 600 crores. It's, yes, exactly, Nitesh. He sees Anil Musharraf
You
and
cannot make, I mean, that much of money from box office now. So let's go to the next piece of news.
yes, yes.
And it's with regards to Amisha Patel and Supreme Court stays cheating case against Amisha Patel in relation to check bounce case. And the Supreme Court, last week stayed criminal proceedings under for offense of cheating and criminal breach of trust under IPC against Amisha Patel and one Kunal Gumer in connection with the summons issued by a trial court in a check bounce case. Patel and Gomer had been issued summons offences of sections 406, which is criminal breach of trust, 420, which is cheating of IPC, and section 138, which is dishonor of check of the Negotiable Instruments Act. A bench of justices, B.R. Gawai and Narasimha, issued the notice to the state of Jharkhand in the appeal against an order of the Jharkhand High Court, which had dismissed the quashing petitions filed by the two. The notice was limited to the offences of criminal breach of trust and cheating, while the check dishonoring case will be proceed as per law. The complaint was filed by Ajay Kumar Singh, alleging that Gomer had issued a check of 2.5 crore rupees and 50 lakhs as refund of an interest on his investment into a film that was eventually never made. The check bounced, leading to a complaint against Amisha Patel and Gomer. Patel was represented by senior advocate Siddharth Agarwal. So apparently, Amisha Patel, she was not hardly successful in her Bollywood career, and
So
she
Amisha
is
is also, she was also, very close to Amar Singh, many politicians, and
yes,
even, this Ahmed Patel's son wanted to marry her. All this news was going in social media. He was asking her on social media, whether she would marry him. So this woman has quite a history. Amisha at 46, not aging gracefully at all. Everybody is quite shocked to see her face. Going on to the next piece of news, Tamil actor Vikram is on a promotional blitz ahead of his upcoming film Cobra, which is due to be in cinemas on August 31st. While addressing a press conference in Hyderabad, the star refused to give a direct answer to a question regarding the boycott Bollywood trend. He feigned ignorance about the whole matter when he was asked his opinion on such trends. I don't know what language you're speaking. What do you mean by that boycott? I know that that's what's a boy. I'm very well known. I know very well what's a girl. I know very well what's a cot, but I don't know what's boycott. So it's just his silly way of acting. You know,
No, he
naive.
wanted to avoid commenting on the boycott Bollywood movement, and he wanted to feign ignorance. But he cleverly dodged that
But he came out as a
question
very stupid.
media.
Yeah, the comments were very stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alia thinks she will get more importance by being an IIT. She can't even qualify to be a sweeper there. The story of Fame came on Netflix with Madhuri Dixit as lead and has an eerie resemblance to the life of Sridevi. Yeah, that was produced by Kejo. And so is Madhuri, my age. She so much of exposure, says Savitri. Yeah, I mean, like in Bollywood, each and every actress they wear very skimpy clothes, whether whatever the age is. Unfortunately, and that's one way of catching eyeballs in Instagram and Facebook, especially those short videos and the reels. I read somewhere that she is a mistress of a rich short who is triple her age. Says so. You are referring to Amisha. Shailaja. Yeah, okay, fine. Rajiv Shukla gave her a
Yeah,
luxury bungalow in
I
RSA.
think.
Okay, in
Yeah,
South Africa. Okay, fine. I don't know if the rumors are true. Okay. Vikram is another South Kabar member.
yes.
Sadly, a great actor.
With the
Yes,
wrong
Karthik.
people. Yeah, all these people, Karthik. See, if you look at Kamala Hassan, what an actor he is. But look at the way he's wasted. They are paid money and they go into anything to Hindu bashing or Modi bashing or whatever. Let's move on to the next piece of news. Prakash Raj says he is honored to be referred as a male version of Swara Bhaskar. He has strongly reacted to a tweet where he was called a male version of Swara Bhaskar after he extended support to Shah Rukh Khan and his family. He was referred to as the male version of Swara after he came out in support of SRK. The actor politician had to face massive trolling on social media platforms. He was being compared to the actress as she does not shy away from sharing her opinions on social media. Giving back to one of the trolls, he said that it is an honor to be compared to her. She also responded to his reply to the user who mocked him with the comparison. Prakash retweeted a post that read, "How could they put Shah Rukh and his family? How could they put him and his family through so much of harassment and trauma when he has been for decades giving the country love and joy?" Now, here I would like to ask Prakash Raj, as it is, he is a fossilized, senile guy. Okay, just because of his power to act well, I mean, we used to watch him. But now let's tell him that his brain is smaller than Alia Bhatt's. Okay, so whatever he says is trash. Now, if just because an actor does good acting doesn't mean that he's a good person, as in your case. So you can compare SRK to yourself. You all have not contributed anything. If there are floods in Pakistan, SRK will contribute there, but not to floods that are happening in Kerala or somewhere else. SSR used to contribute to different parts of the country in India for floods. Did he look at it as Pakistan and India? So please spare us this, what you call crap. Yeah, back to you, Jay.
And speaking about Prakash Raj, I do remember that he was on a TV debate with Times Now with Subramania Swamy. And Subramania Swamy asked him very, very pointed questions to which Prakash Raj was very nervous. And then Subramania Swamy alluded to the fact that he's a villain in real life and as well as real life. So that was quite hilarious. So coming to the next
Nitesh
point
Singh,
of view,
yeah, Nitesh Singh says a very good thing. A left-wing diehard devotee, Prakash. Absolutely. I'm many friends who are Maharashtrians and prefer to watch only South Indian movies. What has happened to these actors' brains? Yes. Same with Sai Pallavi. She also blabbers anything without knowing the details, especially about Kashmir
Even.
files and pundits. I've seen her as she's also pea-brained, Jeevan. Prakash is anti-Hindu, yes. Ananya Pandya are live examples to
Adia.
study how can a yeah human survive without Lakshmi. Please read on halal economics. It's also correlated. Yes.
Yeah, so coming to the next piece of news is with regards to KRK. And KRK, has been arrested and he has been sent to 14 days judicial custody. Now, KRK has been arrested. So, Mumbai police has arrested him over the controversial tweets from 2020 about Rishi Kapoor and Irfan Khan. And a complaint was filed by Yuva Sena member Rahul Kanal in April 2020. And in a deleted tweet, KRK remarked Virat Kohli is the first cricketer in India who is having a problem of depression. ये है रिजल्ट एक हीरोइन से शादी करने का. She must have put in his head that he is having a depression problem. So KRK was apprehended shortly after he landed at the Mumbai airport, and he will be produced before the Boriwali court today. So this is quite strange that for a tweet which he tweeted on in the year 2020 about Irfan Khan and the Rishi Kapoor, why are they arresting him in 2022 and to now, right?
Yeah.
So that is one big question. And are they, the guy who filed this case is from Shiv Sena also.
Yeah.
So why is Shiv Sena, filing a case against KRK when he has not said anything against Shiv Sena? He has said only against these Bollywood stars. So why is Shiv Sena mouthpiece of Bollywood? Is
Yeah.
that what they imply?
So Anita says it's a pre-planned arrest. It looks like.
Yes,
Kabal
because
is
he was
getting nervous. Yes.
because his videos are has lakhs and lakhs of views, and he really gives it to these Bollywood heroes. And I remember, and some of the reviews of his films are very hilarious, especially the one with Lal Singh Chadda, where he openly sort of made fun of Amir Khan. And
Meera says tweet is about Akshay's Lakshmi bomb for which he got arrested on complaint made by Rahul Kanal. So here, Meera, I'd like to just clarify that the same report had both these news in it. That he's in for Lakshmi as well as for the Chintu Kapoor comment. So I think the PR for Bollywood is getting all confused. So they don't know what they're writing. In the beginning, they write this, and then they write after that it's about Chintu. Please tell us which tweet has landed him in jail.
Atul Kulkarni tweets, when destruction is celebrated as if it were a spectacle, the harsh truths are reduced to debris. After Twin Towers demolition, but hinting at Lal Singh Chadda.
So here,
Yes,
I'd like to say, Himani, in fact, I did respond to this. So it's a tweet by Atul Kulkarni, who has safeguarded who can respond to his tweets. Okay, so which means not everybody can respond to it. Now, the very fact that he uses this method itself shows that he's scared of the kind of responses he will get. Now, Twitter is a portal where anybody can answer anything. So you should be prepared to get offensive tweets as well, responses. Now, why is he scared? He's scared because the person he's speaking about is India's number one Deshdrahi, and a person who copies left and right from Hollywood movies. So that's why he's scared he'll get dirty comments. And that's why he safeguarded his tweets and not allowed all of us to respond. So that itself shows how scared he is. He's more like a pussycat. Now, this is an actor I admired long time back because he was very good in acting, and he used to come out as a very natural actor. But now for this tweet, I think I'm not going to watch any more of his movies. Long back, Joe Ramaswamy, sir, made a very apt statement about Kamala Hassan. An intellectual among actors and an actor among intellectuals. So well said. A great soul with an
Yes.
amazing gift for the gap. The actresses have used so much Botox on face that they have almost the same expression in all movies. Just see Alia, Deepika, Katrina, and Anushka. In fact, see Jeevan. Also, another thing that is very common is that they use the same makeup people. So, everything, even the makeup is similar. The hair is the same. Everything is same. So, if these actors reach out for their girlfriends, they'll be confused between all these girls that you mentioned. They would reach out for any one of them. Subrahmanya Swami once referred Prakash Raj as semi-literate. For me, Prakash Raj is overconfident illiterate who dares to debate against Swami, biased to truth. But then, and Meena ma'am was right. Karina is looking so much like a man nowadays. It's not only Karina Bandar. A lot of people who are taking who are allegedly taking drugs, and it's mixed with certain medicines that changes your complete body, the chemical system in your body, the way you look, the way your voice starts changing. It becomes masculine. You see, so a lot of things happening. KRK said he knows who is going to die next. It seems he meant, yeah, okay. Uh, Jeevan, I think we can make a lot of money if we start a business of supplying Botox to Bollywood. They will use it more in the coming days. The new trend is to block the public from replying by disabling the comment. Yes, absolutely. Plastic on face and booze in the stomach and cocaine in the
Well
nostrils.
said, Nitesh.
Yeah, very well said. Very well said. Twin Towers builder is owner A.K. Arora. He said he did not get sound sleep. Plastic surgery, Botox, the company. Yes. Man, why do intellects fall for the conservative trap and get swayed by the cabal?
So, because in the pursuit of money and power, people tend to get, fall into these traps
Yeah,
sensibly.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
We'll
coming
just
to
take
the
a
next
few
piece of
more.
news.
Yeah, you have another piece. Yes.
Yeah. So this time it is, Anupam Kher, and Anupam Kher has recently commented that in an interview that I am not part of mainstream cinema in India today. I'm not doing any Karan Johar film. I am not doing any Sajid Nadiawala film. I'm not doing any Aditya Chopra film because the offers have not come. I was a darling of all these people. I have done everybody's films, but I'm not blaming them for not casting me anymore. But because they were not casting me in their films, I found a path where I did a Tamil film called Connect. I did a Telugu film and called Tiger Nageshwara Rao. I have also done Suraj Barjatya's Unchai. So, who were once my friends are now ignoring me and not offering films. It pains, hurts because I used to work with them. But it's not a complaint, and neither am I holding it against them. I'm just saying that sometimes when one door shuts, so many other windows open. So, apparently, he is not getting any more roles from the likes of Karan Johar and Sajid Nadiwala. Is it because he was cast in Kashmir Files? Is that one of the reasons? Maybe, and he supported Vivek Agnihotri. So that could be one of the possible reasons. Those were the days when Rekha looked so beautiful. What with befriending air hostesses of Air India in order to ask them favors to bring makeup items from abroad, but nowadays all of them look the same, says
Yeah,
Vardhan.
absolutely.
Okay. Anupam Kher is missing the cabal. Yes. Regarding Bebo, and Lolo, I can add further Ranbir Kapoor in drag. Once upon a time, he's a favorite person of Johar. Yes. But
Namak
after
Johar.
Kashmir Files, I think he
Namak Johar.
earlier never liked KRK, but now love his reviews. Yes, we know. Deepika is so skinny and looks so malnourished. She wears a lot of makeup to conceal her face. You can compare her to last and recent Coffee with Karan season, drugs or weight gain. I guess that's why she was Yes, Murthy. So, there was a video which shows a lot of these people, having party in Karan Johar's place, and there's some white powder on the table. So you can guess that what that white powder could be. I too felt the same. Yes. But Babita also looked like a man when she was in movies. When Karishma Kapoor in her first film with Sridevi G's relative. Yes. He is an honest man, but whatever he said about Rishi sir was insensitive, says
But
Falak.
here, let me tell you, Falik, that there are worse things being told by these actors themselves. You know, nothing is done to them. So let us not see. Social media is about where people can talk freely. It's a democratic country. You know, so this is not something for which jail is the course. That's what I actually hinted at. Yes, thanks to cocaine that Deepika is skinny and depression free. KRK is smart. He complained of chest pain and was sent to jail. Some movie promotion, Amisha was in, some lingerie and chicka-cooing with Ranbir Kapoor and hobnobbing with him, sticking to him. Shocked to see Tanushree attending the film fair. Ma'am and Jaydev, can you give your analysis on KRK? Which side of Bollywood does he belong to? Well, let me tell you one thing sensible. He just utilizes people. He's just like a parasite, and wherever the sun is shining, he'll make hay. So he doesn't have any sort of what you call fond likings for anybody. For him, money speaks. Okay, and he must have been hurt by many people, so he takes it out through his critiques. Only thing is because people are in such a bad mood about boycott Bollywood, they enjoy his critiques a lot because it's a way of bashing these actors who are so arrogant.
And he's an opportunist, sensible
Yeah,
life. So
absolutely.
he is very intelligent person, and at times he also takes U-turn at sometimes.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
also criticized Salman Khan. Salman Khan filed a case against him, and then he said Salman Khan is like my brother or something. So he keeps on switching sides like a chameleon. So he does not have a very he does not stick to one particular side. What's the difference between Anupam Kher and rest of the cabal? Nothing but grief for wealth. Shouldn't they hang up their shoes and enjoy their
Old
old age?
age. That's it. Dinara.
Amitabh Bachchan has given intro voice for Brahmastra. Too bored listening to him as well. And I feel that even Alexa also had Amitabh Bachchan's voice, if I'm not mistaken. Is it right to criticize Ranbir Kapoor for eating beef? Even Vivek Agnihotri also said in an interview that he still loves to eat beef. But it is a problem of India that it banned beef eating.
See here, Varun. Whatever you eat is your concern. As long as you don't go into Hindu bashing, that's all what we think of. Boy version of Kangana. Parasite, good one. KRK
Yeah,
sits,
that's a
yes, on the
perfect way of
fence. Yeah.
defining him.
So I think with that comment, we'll end this session. See you, friends, tomorrow. So that's good night from Jaydev and me.
And make
Thank
sure
you
to
for
hit the
always
like button.
joining and giving us
Yeah.
your comments.
Bye.
Yeah. Good night.